In 1986, 30,000 people left the state of Iowa. Shelby County alone lost 5% of its population. On February 23rd, 1987, 19 people were arrested at the Shelby County courthouse in Harlan, Iowa, protesting the foreclosure sale of yet another family farm. This is their story. There is a whole lot of dying going on in rural America, a real crucifixion. And these good people, our neighbors, our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers, ourselves, are suffering in silence and invisible. Our nation's leaders don't have the ears to hear our cries, nor the eyes to see our pain. Now, the same time frame between 1975 and 1980, there were only 12 sheriff cells. So since Ronald Reagan became president, this community in his first 5 years of presidency had 75 sheriff cells, which represent farms, homes, and businesses in our community.
I called Bob Sullivan to tell him about what was going to happen here today and asked him to help out, and when I called him, he said, "Father, the Spirit's moving in another way." And I said, "What do you mean, Bob?" "FDIC just called and said they're coming out for the rest of my equipment tomorrow morning." It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, we'd gotten a call just in the evening, just before Frank called, that the FDIC said they were coming out in the morning, be out here at 7:30 in the morning to pick up the rest of our equipment. And so that was what was going on that day. And the irony of that was when, our attorney felt that we had a good offer to them, that we would just buy our equipment from them. And so when they called, I said, well, we still have the plan that we would like to. I just said, how many bucks will you take for the equipment so you won't have to bother to come? And he says, well, paperwork's all done, we're going to come and get it anyway.
Down at the bank, I had a friend, gonna be my partner right to the end. Every spring he'd give me notes to sign with a free ballpoint on the dotted line. Now I can't pay the interest, can't pay the rent. If debt was sin, I'd surely repent.
You know that I liberated a manure spreader, and I'm giving it sanctuary at St. Anne's, and if you all want it, you all gonna have to come and get it. The guy smiled. He said, well, Father, if it's worth any money, we'd be there to get it.
Through all this troubles of the Sullivans, they've never quit fighting. One of the best things that they did, or one of the most noticeable things, was that Theresa ran for Secretary of Agriculture on the Democratic ticket in the governor's primary in 1984, and she took 3rd place, got 30,000 votes. It's quite a testimony for a woman that's never been anywhere near the political world.
I just want to say that we are here today because we care about people. We care about what's happening to Dominic and Ida today, and we care about what has happened to many of the others out here. I can look out and see many people out here who have had to move off of the farm, who have had to go and seek other jobs. We still care about you too. We have been to many foreclosures and to many sheriff sales, and we have seen human dignity taken away from people, just destroyed by creditors.
The folks on my right, there are 19 of them, are going to put their bodies between the sheriff and the sale in a civil and peaceful way. The statement for them is their bodies. And the sheriff will proceed to arrest each one of them and take them into the courthouse at 10 o'clock. And then he will come down here amongst us and attempt to sell Dominic and Ida Faye Lichtey's farm. At which point, we will make so much noise that the good Lord will hear it, for sure. The people in Washington, D.C. will hear it, we hope. And regardless of what happens, sale or no sale, what we've done here today will make a difference.
What happened here in Harlan was certainly very different, unique. Nothing like this has ever happened here before. But despite the uniqueness, it seemed like most people were trying to ignore what was going on. Very few would show up at the trial as spectators.